You know that book on your shelf, the dictionary? Most of us think of it as just a place to look up what a word means. But what if I told you it's actually a secret weapon for mastering a language? So today, we're going to unlock its full potential.
I mean, have you ever looked up a word hoping for a quick, simple answer, and instead you're just hit with this wall of text, strange symbols, and abbreviations? It's pretty frustrating, right? Well, you are not alone.
Yeah, you crack it open and it looks something like this. What do all those numbers mean? And what are those letters and brackets for? It can seriously feel like you need a dictionary just to understand the dictionary.
You know, we're all taught that a dictionary's job is just one thing, to tell you what a word means. But what if that's just barely scratching the surface?
Well, think again, because a good dictionary is so much more than just a list of definitions. It's like a map that shows you how a word truly lives in a language. You know, where it came from, who its friends are, and all the different jobs it can do.
So that's what we're going to do in this explainer. We're going to learn how to read that map. I'm going to show you 4 key secrets that will totally change the way you see your dictionary forever.
All right, our first secret is all about context. See, a word hardly ever has just one single meaning. Nope, its true definition depends completely on the sentence you find it in.
Just take a super simple word, like class. Is it a group of students, a social ranking, a level of quality? One little word can wear so many different hats. And that's exactly why good dictionaries list out number definitions for each one. Let's actually see this in action.
Okay, in this sentence, class is talking about a social or economic group. This would match up with one specific definition in the dictionary. Let's say definition number 1. The clues? Words like divisions and societies.
But check this out. In this sentence, the meaning completely shifts. Here, class means a standard of travel. It's the same word, but a totally different context, which means we're looking at a different number definition.
And here we go again. Class here is a group of students taught together. You know, this is probably the first meaning we all learned as kids.
And one more. Class can also mean a rank or a grade of achievement. So that's 4 examples, 4 totally different meanings. And this is exactly why those little example sentences in a dictionary are pure gold. They are your ultimate guide to picking the right meaning for your situation.
Okay, so context is absolutely key, but that's really only half the story. Secret number 2 is this. A dictionary doesn't just tell you what a word means, it tells you what it does. It tells you its grammatical job in a sentence.
You've seen them, right? Dictionaries use these little abbreviations, like N for noun or V for verb, to tell you a word's part of speech, and this is super important information. And believe me, it gets even more detailed.
So, for nouns, you'll see a little C for countable or a U for uncountable. What does that mean? Well, think book versus information. You can have 3 books, right? But you can't have 3 informations. That tiny little symbol is your clue about whether you can slap an S on the end of it.
And for verbs, you'll see a T for transitive, which just means the verb needs an object to act on. You have to kick something. Or you'll see an I for intransitive, which means it doesn't need an object, like he paused. That's it. And get this, some verbs, like smell, can even be both.
All right, on to secret number 3, and this one is all about connections. Words don't just live in a vacuum, you know? They are friends they like to hang out with. In the dictionary, it's the perfect place to meet them.
This whole idea is called collocation. It's just a fancy word for words that naturally sound right together. Like we say auburn hair, but you'd never say an auburn car, right? It just sounds wrong. Dictionaries help you find these natural pairs, and that is a huge key to sounding more like a native speaker.
So, a really good dictionary will often list these common word pairings for you. For a word like global, it might suggest friends like market, economy, or warming. This helps you build whole phrases, not just memorize single words.
Here's another great one. The word raw loves to hang out with materials or data. Knowing these kinds of connections is what helps you speak and write so much more fluently, just like a native speaker.
And now it's time for our final secret. And this one is how you literally multiply your vocabulary. How can one single dictionary entry teach you 3, 4, maybe even 5 new words? Well, the answer is word building.
Take a look at this entry for magnet. Right there, inside the dictionary, you'll often find its entire family. You start with the noun, magnet, but from there you can find the related verb, to magnetize, and then the adjectives, magnetized or magnetizable. Boom! You've just turned one little lookup into a whole new set of words for your vocabulary.
So just step back and think about this transformation for a second. By looking for the context, checking its grammatical job, finding its friends with collocations, and exploring its family, you've gone from just looking up a definition to truly understanding a word. That dictionary is no longer just some boring reference book. It's your personal map to fluency. You've got the keys now. The dictionary isn't a confusing book of rules anymore. It's a treasure chest of knowledge just waiting for you to open it. So really, the only question left is this: what word are you going to unlock next?